Howdy folks, Jake here with Banjo being again, and we thought we'd start doing a little bit of a series, like a tech tip series. We get a lot of questions about how we do various things, so as we do various things, we'll just shoot these quick little, somewhat informal instructional videos on how we do things. Today, I'm putting a strap button in, so let's talk about what you need to do that. Obviously, you need your strap button and screw. I've got a nickel one here because typically you're going to match your hardware. So if you got gold hardware, you'd want a gold one. Then we would need a drill with a bit that is slightly smaller in diameter than your screw. I don't know if you can see that. So it doesn't have to be super scientific here or anything like that. You just want the bit slightly smaller than the screw that's going into the wood. And we need a Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of scissors, and some nice kind of thick felt. So there's lots of different ways to do a lot of things that we do around here. I just want to show you my preferred method. I prefer, now this is a right-handed guitar. This is a Blue Ridge BR160. And check out the wood on that. That's gorgeous. They've started using Santos rosewood, which looks like Brazilian rosewood. And I'm just super impressed with it. But anyway, enough about that. I get distracted by shiny, pretty things, so I've got to just take a minute and admire it. For a right-handed guitar, like this one is, you want the strap button to be on the underside of this center carving on the neck. So whenever you're playing the guitar like this, the strap will actually wrap down and under and kind of support it like so. You may have seen other people put strap buttons here. That's not really a preferred method of mine. For one, it goes into the grain the wrong way and you stand a chance of splitting it. But the way it pulls on the guitar whenever you're got the strap on, it's just kind of awkward to me. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is identify where at along the heel we want it. Now what works for me, I have average hands, so I typically do it this way. Some people will put it closer down here. I tend to like to put it more up here, where there's more meat of the neck. And how I always tell, I'll take the strap button and I'll just kind of lay it in my hand, and then I'll grab the neck similar to if I were playing it up there. And what that ensures, whenever I put the strap button in that location, when I slide up the neck, if I ever do get up into that position to play any notes, the cup of my hand is where the strap button meets. And so it doesn't bug me. It doesn't hit my wrist in any weird place or something like that. So it looks like for this guitar, kind of right about here is where we're looking at. It's what feels about right to me. Something about like that. So what I do at this point, I'll actually use the strap button as a guide. I'll lay it kind of flush against the neck, and I use it as a guide to drill my hole. It's kind of like playing a game of Operation. Do you need me to move so you can see what I'm doing? Okay. I just want to make sure you all can see. So I just kind of put it there and use that as a guide to start drilling my hole. Now, when you do that, what you're doing by having the whole point of that, using the button there, is to get your hole where if you kind of drill the hole crooked, what can happen is when you put your button in, your button can turn crooked and not rest completely flush against the neck in kind of the optimum way. And you always start out drilling kind of slow, and then you can speed up as you go in. That way you don't chip up the finish too bad. So what we do at this point, once you got your hole made, another thing, when you go in, and I didn't mention this because I've just done it so many times that I know about how far I need to go. You only need to go into the wood about as far as the screw extends past the button. So as you can see, the wood that was on my bit there, that's about how far we went. So now what I'll do, I'll cut a little square off our felt, which I've already done to save time in the video. And then I'll actually run this screw into that felt down the middle. You guys hear that cricket? Hopefully you all ain't as bored with my video as he sounds to be. Anyway, this part can be a little bit tricky. Not really tricky, just takes some diligence to get it on there and get it started. And once you kind of get it started, you can just kind of pinch that felt and hold it, and then run your screw through it. Basically, I'm trying to get the felt up against the button. Probably would have been easier if I drilled a hole in it first. I sometimes do that, but once you get that felt on there, it's not usually this much trouble. Always when the camera's rolling. Okay, so when you get up there against the button, we just take our scissors and we just go around. Whoop! Go around and trim off every square point until it's round and matches the circumference of the button there. So about like that, that's good. All right, then all that's left to do, just screw our button into our hole. We just kind of set it there to get it started. Take our Phillips head screwdriver. We just turn it on in. And all that piece of felt does is keep that button from crushing into the wood whenever you tighten it, which isn't a huge deal. It's just... All right, that's all there is to it, folks. I hope that helps you in some capacity, and we appreciate you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks a lot.